But why are streets of America not so interesting as compared to the chaotic streets in Lagos? My name is Femi, a Yoruba extract, from the southern part of Nigeria. After graduating from school, getting a decent job was tough, and the only thing that got me going was hustling on the streets of Lagos, selling popcorn from my little kiosk by the roadside. I am right to say that I am a product of Lagos street life, the everyday drummer, the bus conductor that hangs on the doormat of Molu buses, shouting "Mile 2" with passion as if his life depends on that one trip. What about Mama Aisha, that sells fried akara with pap on the other side of the roadside every morning? This has helped save many low earners money because it was cheap, yummy, and satisfying. Then there are the young lads that sell gala and soft drinks at the traffic lights, the bikemen that convey passengers from point A to B. What about the young graduates that are neatly dressed in tucked-in shirts and tie, the job hunters, the scammers, and the agboros? The noise was always loud, unpredictable, and insane. The wealthy ones were not left out as well. There is no latest cars in the world that is not in Lagos. They roll past the road, and you just have to admire it and hope one day it will be your turn. These drummers make the streets of Lagos lively and interesting. Not just Lagos per se, many African streets are like this. All you see are faces filled with determination, going about their little businesses while praying for better days. Now let me tell you why this question even matters. When I first arrived in United States, I was convinced I was stepping into a dream I had seen in Hollywood movies. The well-planned streets. The smooth highways. The beautiful skyscrapers stretching confidently into the sky. The colorful lights. The neatly constructed sidewalks. I thought all of that would add flavor to life here. I thought structure meant excitement. I thought order automatically meant happiness. I was wrong, I guess. Back in Lagos, the day begins before the sun properly stretches its arms. The sound of early morning prayers blends with the honking of buses. Bus conductors shout destinations with a rhythm that feels like street music. Ojulegba. CMS. Mile 2. Their voices cut through the morning fog like sirens of survival. You don't need an alarm clock in Lagos. The street wakes you up. My kiosk wasn't just a wooden structure by the roadside then. It was a front row seat to life itself. From my small popcorn stand, I witnessed arguments that lasted for hours and friendships are established at last. I saw friends quarrel and reconcile before the next bus arrived. I saw street hustlers with powerful convincing tones sell fake stuff to their clients. I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. In those streets, only the resilient ones survive. Every day was unpredictable. And that unpredictability spiced up streets. Here in America, the streets are clean. Cars stop exactly when they should. Pedestrians wait patiently for the green lights to pop up before they can cross the roads. Nobody hangs on bus doors screaming destinations. Nobody negotiates transport fares dramatically in the middle of traffic. You walk. You mind your business. You go home. Everything works. And somehow, that perfection feels quiet. Too quiet. There's no Mama Aisha calling out to you to come and buy her hot akara. There's no last-minute dash to grab gala from a vendor weaving between cars at the traffic light. There's no Okada rider squeezing through tight spaces like a stunt performers like they were in an action movie. There's no spontaneous laughter from strangers who just bonded over shared frustration in traffic. Instead, there's silence. Order. Personal space. And while those things are beautiful in their own way, they lack the raw theater of survival that defines African streets. In Lagos, survival is a performance. It's not just about earning money, it's about showing up every single day with energy, even when you're tired. It's about smiling at customers even when sales are slow. It's about shouting louder than your competitor. It's about dreaming big while providing services on little kiosk. The so-called chaos is not chaos. It's coordination without rehearsal. The agboro collecting fees and levies understands the ecosystem. The bus conductor understands timing better than a Swiss watch. The woman selling plantain chips knows exactly when traffic will build up. The man in a creased suit rushing to an interview understands that today might change his story forever. Even the wealthy ones adhere to this loud street life. A brand new luxury car rolls past a roadside hawker. For a brief second, two different worlds share the same lane. One inside air conditioning, one under the sun. But both moving. Both feeling the life and both feeling the streets. That moment right there. That is the African dream in motion. When I walked the streets of American cities for the first time, I admired the infrastructure. I admired the systems. I admired how everything seemed intentional and organized. But something felt missing. Nobody stops you to gist with you. Nobody argues playfully over small change or argue about football. Nobody calls you my brother or my sister without knowing your name. You are free. But you are alone. In Lagos, you might not have privacy, but you have presence. People see you. They notice you. They interact with you. You are part of a living, breathing organism called the street. The American dream is often defined by stability, structure, and comfort. The African dream is defined by hope in motion. It is noisy. It is sweaty. It is loud. It is sometimes frustrating. But it is alive. Very alive. And here's what I later realized, that those dramas and street hustles are not signs of disorder. They are signs of ambition. They are evidence that people refuse to give up even when the system doesn't care. Every shout from a conductor is a declaration of survival. Every roadside vendor is an entrepreneur in disguise. Every traffic light seller is a reminder that one day he will make it too. Life in America may be orderly, but order without interaction can feel bland. In Lagos, even hardship tastes spicy. There's flavor in the struggle. There's laughter in the chaos. There's music in the noise. And maybe that's why the streets feel more interesting. Because they are not just roads. They are stories layered on asphalt. If you are an American hoping to visit Lagos or any African city someday, maybe experience the famous December celebrations, come with an open heart. Don't expect perfectly painted sidewalks or neat taxi cars. Expect energy. Expect humanity. Expect noise. Expect to be greeted by strangers. Expect to feel overwhelmed at first. And then, unexpectedly, expect to fall in love. Because beneath the traffic and the shouting and the bargaining is something powerful, community. You will see people with little, sharing much. You will see smiles that survive difficult economies. You will see generosity in unexpected places. You will see that happiness is not always tied to infrastructure but to interaction. The streets may not be polished, but they are polished by people's resilience. My popcorn stand might look small to the world. But to me, it is proof that I refuse to sit still. It is proof that dreams do not wait for perfect conditions. It is proof that the African dream is not built in silence, that instead, it is built on resilience and emotion. So when I ask again, why are the streets of America not so interesting compared to the chaotic streets of Lagos? It is not an attack on America. It is a celebration of contrast. It is an acknowledgement that excitement does not always live in order. Sometimes, it lives in unpredictability. Sometimes, it lives in the loud shout of Mile 2. Sometimes, it lives in Mama Aisha hot akara at sunrise. Sometimes, it lives in a young graduate selling popcorn while believing tomorrow will be greater. The streets of Lagos taught me that drama is not distraction. It is proof of life. The noise is not nuisance. It is ambition amplified. The chaos is not confusion. It is community in motion. And wherever you find people refusing to give up, wherever you find dreams louder than circumstances, wherever you find laughter competing with hardship, you will find life at its richest. If this story resonated with you, if you have ever walked those lively streets in Lagos or any other African cities, or if you are curious to experience them one day, then you already understand. Thank you for watching.